Hey, hi guys, welcome back. This is Rekha. So in the previous session, we have seen introduction of string constant pool, heap area, and we have seen string immutability concept. Means why string is an immutable in Java, right? So these three things we have seen through theoretically, but today we will understand in coding, right? As well as we will understand these 4 points in today's session. So in the last session we have seen string is a collection or sequence of character, right? So here we have stored character in a character of array and then we have converted into string, right? So today we will see in programming. So let me create one program. Let me create one package first. So creating package with the name of string in Java. Now I'll create class. So let me create a class name with the string program 1, we can say, right? So now I will create one main method, right? See, so what we are going to do? We are going to store character in character of array. See, so I have taken character. So let me take a character, my name, let's say R E K H A. So that if I'll convert into a string, then it will give some meaningful name, right? So now this is a character, right? We are saying it is a collection of or sequence of character. It is a collection of character, right? So all the character we are storing in character of array, right? Now we want to convert into a string. So how we can convert into string? String str reference variable is equal to, I'm creating an object with the help of new keyword, new string, right? And here I will print this C, right? So now I have created an object of string, right? Now I want to print. I will print this string, right? So first we have stored these character into character of array, and after that with the help of this object we are converting this character into string, right? So now I am going to print this string and let's see the output. See, it is printing in string, right? But we have given the input in character, right? So that's why we call it is a collection or sequence of character, right? Second point we already have seen, it is a in the first video we have seen it is a non-primitive data type, right? And third point, it is saying string is a class, so that's why we are able to create an object, right? It's a predefined class, right? And what is the fourth point? Fourth point, it is saying string is an immutable object. Why it is saying it is an immutable object? We'll see. So first, I hope you have understood this point. Now we will move into immutable object. So why string is an immutable? So we will understand this point, right? So let's say I am creating one string, creating an object s is equal to this object I am creating with the help of string literal, right? So you will understand if you have seen my previous video, right? So let's say I'm taking one name that is Peter, right? So I have created an object with the help of string literal, right? So this is a string which I have taken. Now I want to add surname, right? Surname of Peter, right? So how we can add? We have a concatenate method, right? So what concatenate will do? Concatenate will append the surname, right? So how we can concatenate? With the help of s dot, we will concatenate, we'll call this concatenate, right? Concat. And what we want to concat? We want to append surname. So here we can add Josh, Peter Josh, right? See. Now, if I want to print this string, so what it will give in output? It will print only Peter. It will not print this Josh. Why it will not print? It may be string S1. One another person is there. His name is also Peter. They are having same name, right? So first person Peter and second person also with the same name, Peter name, right? But that first person wants to add his surname as well, right? So what will happen if I want to print this as first person name? See, so in the second person, I have not added any surname because that second person doesn't want to add his surname. He doesn't have, suppose that he doesn't have his surname, right? But that first person wants to add his surname as well. He wants to append. Then if I will print this string, then let's see the output, what it will print. See, it is printing Rekha because this one, it is printing. Let me comment this out so that it will be more clear to you, right? Now I will run this program again. See, it is printing Peter only. It is not concatenating. Why it is not concatenating? Because string is an immutable object, right? It is an immutable. Let me explain you one more time. Paint. Creating a diagram, it will help you, right? So again, this is a heap memory. This is a heap area. This is a string constant pool, SCP, string constant pool. And I have created this string with the help of string literal. So what it will do, it will create an object under SCP only, because string literal, whenever you will create an object with the help of string literal, then it will store under string constant pool area only, right? So here it will store with the name of Peter, and it will refer to, what is the reference variable? S, right? S. Now again it will check second person also having the same name, but reference variable is different. But what it will do, I have created second object. I have created, again we are using the string literal here, right? So what it will do, it will go inside this string constant pool and it will check with the name of Peter. So Peter is already there. So what it will do, it will not create any other object here. It will refer to this same object. So this S1 will also refers to this object, right? S1, S1, right? So now the first person wants to add his surname as well, right? So if I will add Josh here, then what will happen? It will impact to second person, this person, because this person having only Peter name. He doesn't have any surname. So if I'll add here Josh, then it will impact to second person, right? So that's why we are saying string is an immutable, right? Because if I will concatenate here, then it will impact to other person as well. So what it will do, it will create one another object with the name of Peter Josh. Peter Josh, right? It will create one more object. Now this S reference variable will refer to this object S, right? So that's why we are saying string is an immutable, because directly if customer wants to add his surname, or if customer wants to concatenate anything with the string, then directly they cannot add it. So what it will do, we will have to store this concatenation in a reference variable first. So first we will have to use here s is equal to. So now this concatenation we are storing under this reference variable first, on this reference variable, then only they can. So once it will store in this reference variable, then what it will happen, it will create one another object under scp, right? Then only they can concatenate. See, now it is printing Peter Josh, right? If you want to give some space here, then here you can give some space. Now you can print it. See, so that's why we are saying string is an immutable. Why we are saying it is an immutable? Because directly you cannot concatenate. If you want to concatenate, if you want to append any string with the this string, then you cannot concatenate directly. You will have to store in a reference variable first, then you can concatenate. So that's why we are saying string is an immutable, so that it will not impact to other person, right? So this is the concept of immutability. So now I will uncomment this, and you can print both the program. See, so this one is converting into string, and this one is a concept of immutability, right? Now we will see, third part. Which one? Hmm. So immutability concept we have seen through programming, right? And now we will understand this ways to compare string in Java. How many ways are there to compare in string in Java? So there are total 3 ways to compare string in Java. What all 3 ways? First one is equal to operator, equal to operator, right? Second one is dot equals method, right? And third one is compare to method, compare to method, right? So what all 3 methods will do? So first, this equal to operator, it is used to compare the reference variable, or you can say it is used to compare the address, right? It is used to, we can say it is used to compare the reference variable. reference, or you can say address. Right? It is used to compare the reference or address of string, right? And dot equals, why we use dot equals? It is used to check, or you can say compare the content, right? And that third one, compare to method, will compare. It is used for the sorting only, right? It is used to sorting of string. So we will see all three ways through programming: this equal to operator, dot equals to method, and compare to method. We will see in the programming. So let me create one more program. So let me create a class name. We can say ways of compare strings. Right? Now I will create one main method. Right? So what I'll do, let me create one. So I will create one string first. So let me create a string. So let's say I am creating a string s1 is equal to new string, creating a string by using new keyword, new string, right? Let's say I am giving here name Rekha, right? So I have created one string. Now I will create one other object. S2 is equal to new string. Let's say again I am taking Rekha only, right? So if I ask you S1 system.out.println, if I ask you if I want to use equal to operator, S1 equal to S2, so what would be the output? What it will give an output? So S1 and S2, what it will do? It will check the reference. It will check the reference. So always it will return false, because S1 equal to operator is wrong here, because we are using new keyword, right? So every time it will create new object in heap area, right? So reference will be different. Both the reference will be different. What it will do? It will create one object here, Rekha, and this S1 will refer to this object, right? S1. And now again we are using new keyword. So what it will do? It will again create one new object here, Rekha. And since we are using string literal as well here, right? So what we will have to do? It will create, JVM will create one more object under string constant pool area, right? And this S2 will refers to this S2, right? right? So what it will happen? It is saying, is S1 equal to S2? No. Why it is no? Why it will print false? Because S1 or S2 both are referring to different object. See, in the heap area, it has been created two object because we are using new here. So whenever you will use new, it will create different object under heap area. So both reference variable is referring to different object, right? So is equal to operator, it will refers to the reference variable only, right? So that's why it will print false. If I run this program, then it will print false. See, it is printing false. But if I will use dot equals method, dot, sorry, s1 dot equals s2. So if I will use now dot equals method, then it will print true. Why? Because it will verify, it will compare only content. So both content are same. So now it will print true. See, so this first one is printing false, but the second one is printing true, because this equal to operator is checking the reference variable. Both the reference variable is referring to the same object? No, it is not referring. That's why it is printing false. But this dot equals method, it is referring to content only. So that's why it is printing true, right? Now I will give one more scenario here. Let's say I'm creating S3 is equal to taking here Peter, right? Now again I am creating one more object, S4 is equal to, again I am giving Peter here, right? Now if I say system.out.println S3 is equal to S4. So what would be your answer? And now I'm taking one more example. Let's say I'm using S3 dot equals S4. So what would be your answer? Is it going to return true or false? So S3 and S4, it will return true, because what it will do? It will not store under heap area. It will store only string constant pool area. So what it will do? It will check, is Peter available under SCP? Yes, it is available. What it will do? It will refer to this object only, S3 and S4 both. S3 and S4, right? So this S3 and S4, both the reference variable is referring to same object. So now if I am saying is S3 equal to S4, then yes, it is true, because both the reference variable is referring to the same object. And this third last one, if I am saying dot equals, then yes, contents are also same. So both will return true. Let me run this program. See, now it is returning true, right? So one more example I am taking, string S5 I am taking is equal to, let's see, I'm writing Rekha here, right? So if I am asking system.out.println, right? Or here if I'm saying S1 is equal to S5, what it will give an output? It will give false, because both reference variable will be different, because one is storing under heap area as well as in string constant pool, but this will create only one object in string constant pool area only, right? So reference variable will be different, right? So that's why it will print false. Let me show you. See, the last one, it is printing false. And if I say system.out.println s1 dot equals s5, then it will print true, because it is checking now only content, and contents are same. See, it is returning true, right? So far we have seen equal to operator and dot equals method. Now we will see compare to method. So how we can check the compare to method? In the compare to method, compare to method. So now we will see compare to method, right? So in the compare to, if both strings are same, right? If both the strings are same, like s1 is equal to s2, right? If both the strings are same, then what it will return? It will return 0, because it is returning in integer value, right? So it will return, let me write here in the Word document, compare to string here. It is used for the sorting, right? So if I am saying, s1 string s1 is equal to s2, if both the strings are same, then it will return 0, right? And if I am saying s1 is greater than s2, right, then it will return positive value, return positive value, right? And if third condition is, if s1 is less than s2, if s1 is less than s2, then it will return negative value. So there are three conditions. If both the strings are same, then it will return 0. If string first is greater than string 2, then it will return positive value. And if string first is less than string 2, then it will return negative value. So there are three conditions only, right? So let me create one program here. So ignore this. Now we will see compare to method, right? So I will create one string. Let's say string str is equal to str1, we can say str1 is equal to, let's say I'm taking Peter, right? Again, I'm going to create one more string, str2, right? Now I will print system.out.println, and I will check first condition, when s1 is equal to s2. So how we can check? We can check like this, string dot compare to, I will call to this compare to method, and then string 2. Let me check. Now it will print 0. See, it is printing 0. Why it is printing 0? Because both the contents are same. Both the contents are same. That's why it is printing 0, because both starting character is start with P only. So that's why it is comparing. So, and it is getting equal to, that's why it is printing 0. Now we will check one another example. Let's suppose that string str3 is equal to, let's say I'm giving my name Rekha, right? Now what I will do here, again I will give the same name, right? System.out.println. What I'll do, I will compare string s2 and s3, sorry, str2 and str3. So str2 dot compare to str3. So now what it will give an answer? If it is a if it is a greater than, then it will return positive. If it is a less than, then it will return false. So it is a less than. See, Peter, P after P, see, P is less than R, right? P is less than R. So after P, see, P, Q, R, right? So after two letter, we are getting R. So that's why it is printing -2, because it is taking condition third one, S1 less than S2. This condition it is taking, this one. That's why it is printing, it is returning negative. Why? Because first we get this Peter, right? P will get first, right? After two letter we will get R, right? After P we have a Q and then R. So that's why it is printing -2, because str1 is less than str2, str3, right? Str2 is less than str3. That's why it is giving an output in negative, right? So if I say system.out.println, if I say str3 dot compare to str2. Now str3 is greater than str2, because P come first and then get R, right? So R is greater than P, right? So now it will print 2, positive value. See, now it is printing positive value. So now we have seen all three ways to compare the string. First, we have seen equal to operator, and then we have seen dot equals method, and then third one we have seen compare to method. So as of now, we have seen immutable concept, ways, how many ways to compare string in Java we have seen, and after that we have seen this as well, difference between equal to operator and dot equals to method we have seen in this program, right? So when we are printing equal to, then it was printing false. When we are checking content, then it is printing true, right? So we have seen this as well, difference between equal to operator and dot equals method. And the last one is concatenate method. Concatenate method we also have seen. Now we will see this plus operator. It is very important, right? Most of the interviewer will ask you, right? So now we can see this one as well in the programming only. So now what we will do in the first program only, I will do one thing here. So suppose that, let me create one more string. I will comment this out. So If you want to comment all the program at one go, then you can press control and question mark, right? Now I will create one more string, one more object here. So let's suppose that my name is Rekha, right? So I will write Rekha here, Rekha, and sys out, and I want to print this S. So now it will print Rekha only in output. It is printing Rekha. But now with the help of this plus operator, I want to concatenate my surname as well. Then what we can do? We can use this plus operator and then I can use my surname. So with the help of this plus operator, we can add or we can concatenate my surname. So if I want to give here a space, then we can give the space as well here. See, so with the help of this plus operator, we can concatenate our surname as well, right? Or you can add anything, right? So this is an example only, right? See, and if you interviewer give you one more scenario, one another scenario, how they can give. See, suppose that I am creating one string, right? String S1, let's say, right? Or I can say string str, we can say, right? Is equal to str. I already have taken here str, we have taken s1, we have taken. I will take here s2, right? Let's suppose that this is a reference variable. You can take anything, but in this program I already have taken. So if I'll run all the program, then it will conflict. So that's why I have given unique reference variable, right? So how interviewer ask a question? So let's suppose that they have given some number here, right? And then let's say plus 10, 20, or any number they can give, right? And after that they will give some string here, xyz. They can give any string here, right? And then again they will give some number here, 10. Let's suppose that 10 plus 10, right? And they will ask you what it will give an output. This is very important interview question they usually ask, right? So what it will give an output if I want to print. So sys out, if I want to print this, right, as 2, right? So what it will give an output? First it will add this number, right? So 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So it will give 30 and then it will print Rekha and then it will print 10 plus 10 means 10, 10. It will not add this one because before 10 we are using plus operator. So it will concatenate. It will not add. It will concatenate. But this one it will add because here we are not using plus operator in front of 10, right? So before 10 we are not using plus operators. That's why it will behave as a addition, and this is a string, and here we are using plus operator, so it will add the number. So let me run this program and see the output. See, first it is adding these two number and then it is giving this Rekha. If I want to print, if I want to give some space here, we can give some space here as well, and after this name as well. Again, let me run this program. See, so first it is adding these two number and then giving the string, and after that it is printing 10, 10. It is not adding these two number, it is printing 10, 10 because we are using this plus operator. So it is concatenating. It is not adding the number. It is just concatenating, right? So far we have seen all 4 points, right? So if anybody has any doubt, then they can ask in the comment. I will try to answer you. Thank you guys.